Good evening and welcome to the news roundup for Tuesday, October 15th. Before we get into the news, please remember to like this video, share your views in the comments, and share the video with your family and friends.
Reach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Now for the news in detail. We start with an update to the story we broke on Monday evening, in which a father was shot and killed on the Russell Primary School compound in St. Andrew in full view of children and the parents. The deceased man has been identified as 56-year-old Gary Leslie of a Kingston 11 address. Reports are that Leslie entered the school compound sometime after 2 p.m. to pick up his daughter. As he exited a white Toyota Probox, he was approached by two men who were seemingly waylaying him. They opened fire, hitting him in the head before making their escape. Leslie was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. A parent told reporters the daughter of the deceased man fainted on witnessing the attack. No student or staff member was injured during the attack. The St. Andrew Central Criminal Investigation Branch, which is probing the killing, has not yet established a motive for the incident. Jamaican online personality Akim Dunbar, also known as World Dog or Facebook Hero, was among two persons reportedly shot early Tuesday morning in Florida. Dunbar remains in hospital, but his condition is not known at this time. The other victim, who remains unidentified, died in the incident. Reports are that the shooting took place close to a Dunkin' Donuts outlet in Miramar. Reports indicate that the Miramar police responded to multiple shot-spotter alerts in the area of 6190 Miramar Parkway at approximately 3:29 a.m. Upon arrival, officers discovered evidence of gunfire in the parking lot, including shell casings, media outlets said. However, no victims or vehicles were immediately found at the scene. Shortly after, authorities received two separate 911 calls. One call from the Memorial Regional Hospital reporting a man who had been shot. The other call originated from the 2200 block of State Road 7, also concerning a gunshot victim. The Meteorological Service says the island should brace for unstable weather conditions between Tuesday and Friday. In a statement on Monday, the Met Office said this is due to unstable weather associated with a tropical wave currently across Hispaniola. The tropical wave is expected to merge with a developing area of low pressure southwest of Jamaica by Tuesday night. It says the area of disturbed weather will bring with it cloudy conditions with periods of showers and thunderstorms to affect sections of most parishes, especially southern parishes. The country recorded a 19% reduction in murders up to October 12. That is according to the latest crime statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The JCF says 897 people were murdered between January 1 and the 12th of October. According to the JCF's previous crime report on October 5, there were 879 recorded murders across the island. 7 days later, 18 more murders were reported. But despite the latest reports, the JCF says homicides continue to trend downwards. In its October 12 crime report, the JCF says the country recorded 213 fewer murders than the corresponding period last year. St. James continues to record the most murders with 109. That figure is still lower when compared to the corresponding period last year when 155 people were killed in the parish. St. James is followed by St. Andrew South with 80 murders. The Westmoreland Police Division had 79. Manchester, Trelawney, St. Elizabeth, St. Andrew Central, and St. Andrew North all recorded increases. Portland continued to record the least number of murders with 8. Meanwhile, shootings have declined by 6%, coming in at 818 as at October 12. Other major crimes such as robberies, rapes, and break-ins also continue to decline. 19-year-old Rohan Davis of Sherrington Road in Kingston has been sentenced to life imprisonment following the murder of a man in April of last year. Davis was charged with the murder of 26-year-old Gregory Smith on Yellow Sea Drive in Seaview Gardens on Thursday, April 6, 2023. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police are that about 8:25 a.m., Smith was sitting on the roadway when he was approached by Davis, who shot him. The police were alerted and Smith was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Davis was charged 7 days later with murder and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. He appeared before the Supreme Court on July 15 this year. For the murder, Davis was sentenced to life with eligibility for parole after serving 20 years and 1 month. For using a firearm to commit a felony, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. The sentences will run concurrently. Chief Justice Brian Sykes says a number of the island's courts require new structures and not just rehabilitation. His comment follows concerns about the state of the island's courts. Justice Sykes noted that the issue is more than maintenance.
So we are now at the point that we are not just talking about simple maintenance, replacing a broken toilet, replacing a pipe, light bulb, painting a wall. You're talking about significant infrastructure work that needs to be done. And as again, it's not about pointing fingers and blaming persons. It's really about ensuring that there's an accurate picture, an accurate and reliable information presented to the public so that they can form an informed opinion.
He noted courts in St. James, Manchester, St. Catherine and Hanover, which he says need new structures due to location and other issues.
For example, where the property might not be owned by a municipal corporation but owned by third parties. For example, in St. Catherine, up until recent times, where the administrative section of the parish court in Spanish Town was located, or is located, the building was owned by the UDC, who would be responsible for the maintenance of the building. In Manchester, where the parish court is now located, it's on a plaza because of the fire that occurred where the parish court was, and that was refurbished, and the family court is now at the previous site where the parish court was. But the current parish court is on a plaza which has its own inherent limitations, because the plaza cannot by any stretch of the imagination be thought of as accommodation for a court.
Head of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, Assistant Commissioner Gary Mackenzie, says the taxi operator who was captured on video hurling stones at a JUTC bus has been taken into custody. Mackenzie says based on the video, he will be slapped with several charges.
He is in custody as we speak, and we are carrying out our investigation. The investigations will unearth the range of charges based on what we saw on the face of it. It appears that there was intention to destroy property, so that will be done. Based on what we saw, there was some element of dangerous driving. So we are in the process of finalizing our investigations around it.
The taxi driver was seen running alongside the JUTC bus before hurling objects that smashed into the windows of the unit. The incident happened on Old Oak Road in the vicinity of Hope Gardens in St. Andrew last Thursday. Chevin Buchanan, the Jamaica Defence Force private who was charged in relation to the seizure of an illegal firearm and ammunition in St. Elizabeth, was offered $700,000 bail with a surety when he appeared in court on Monday. As a condition of bail, he is to report to the police daily. He is also confined to barracks. The other 2 men who were jointly charged are remanded as the court awaits antecedents. All three are scheduled to return to court on Thursday when a bail application is to be made for the other two accused. They are charged with the possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Reports are that on September 29, the three were traveling in a blue Toyota Mark X motorcar along the YS Main Road in St. Elizabeth when they were signaled to stop. During a search of the vehicle, a .4 Smith & Wesson pistol with a magazine containing 10 rounds was found in the center console. A man who attempted to smuggle contraband into the Runaway Bay Police station in St. Ann on Saturday was arrested and charged. 32-year-old Alfonso Horton, also called Prince, of Lower Buxton in Brownstown, was charged with introducing contraband into a penal facility. Reports are that about 5:30 p.m., off-duty police personnel observed a man jumping a wall at the back of the station. He proceeded to the vicinity of the cell where he placed a package at the back of the facility. An alarm was raised, the suspect held, and the parcel was retrieved. It contained cigarettes, vegetable matter resembling ganja, and a knife. In business, United Oil and Gas, a UK-based company, expects to obtain permits for piston core sampling in Jamaican territorial waters by early 2025. This method, essential for oil and gas exploration, involves collecting sediment samples from the seabed to analyze their composition and the properties. The company is advancing through the planning and the permitting process and aims to verify the presence of hydrocarbons and assess sediment stability, crucial for offshore drilling infrastructure. The area under exploration, covered by the Walton Morant license, spans over 22,000 square kilometers and may hold over 7 billion barrels of recoverable oil. In January of this year, the company received a 2-year extension for its exploration license. In sports, the Reggae Boyz secured a place in the quarterfinals of the CONCACAF Nations League with a 0-0 draw against Honduras at the National Stadium. They topped League A Group B, finishing the round with 8 points. The match was largely a dull affair, with only the introduction of substitute Ronaldo Cephas and Akim injecting some energy. The quarterfinals will be played during the next international window, set for November 11 to November 19. And that is it for your news roundup for today. We would appreciate you liking this video, leaving a comment, and sharing the video with your family and friends. Have a good evening, and see you next time.